Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and you guys kind of left you on a cliffhanger. A lot of issues popping up with this boat. I said I got it running good and I didn't take a video of it, so I apologize. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna just fire this thing up. It should run just fine. It's been sitting a couple weeks as I was on vacation. Right now I'll show you, I don't have the outdrive or anything on. It's all just chilling, but yeah, I still got a lot to do. For you guys that didn't watch my last video, I got this boat for free. It's it's gonna be a beater boat, but I had to clean the ignition points. You can see in the last video how I did that. I tested the coil. It tested good, but I replaced it anyways with a one that looked a little newer. And then I started, I got it running pretty awful, but it was kind of running. I ended up adjusting the air-fuel ratio at idle. There's a little needle for that. I adjusted it off camera because my phone died, and it started running perfect. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna shut it off, and I started digging into these other issues. So as you can see, it's running. It's running a little rough. It's running a little rough. Let's let it warm up a little bit more. With that choke not working, with that choke not working, it's gonna run a little rough when it's idling. But check it out. I mean, a little stumble. Like I said, the choke's not working right now. Probably needed it a little bit. So she's running good. So I'll hop over the engine real quick. The needle that I adjusted off camera was right here. So if I adjust it, give it a little bit more fuel, starts running a little better. Lean it out, see what happens. It starts running rougher. So I give her a little bit more fuel. It's running pretty smooth right there. Not barely any shake. But I bought this kit on Amazon. It was like 40 bucks. I mean, it comes with like all the seals, O-rings, the shift lever on the outboard side. Came with the little bellows, stainless clamp, and most importantly that I need is the shift cable. So right off the bat, I've never touched any of the shifting that has to do with this. For one, there's supposed to be a cotter pin through here, so this doesn't lift up like this. There's like these two holes, and it's not supposed to lift up like that. So somebody was in here working on this at one point. Also, this nut is completely backed off, so they've been messing with this, trying to get it to shift for a while. All right, like I said, I made an assumption. I'm hoping that this right one that's all loose is the one that's actually going to the outdrive. So I'm just gonna wiggle it. Hopefully that's the one that I can feel down here. Yep. So since this adjustment's already completely messed up because somebody was over here spinning this willy-nilly, I'm just gonna undo everything. All right, well, I'm having a hard time getting this corroded set screw or whatnot, this thing out. So I'm just gonna snip it. That was a lot easier. All right, now I'll see if I can pull this out. If I can find it. There it is. Out of here. All right, there it is. Pulled her out. All right. So after examining this side, you can see that actually I have to thread this whole thing in from this end, and then this gets screwed in and the whole thing, twists. So I should be able to stick a wrench like down in here. Let me see if I can pull this way. can get it onto the, well, not there, but it's gonna be difficult to get something on that. So I guess I'll probably just snip this short, a little shorter. I'll be able to get this one out no problem, but getting one back in might be a challenge. All right, so that's being a little bit of a pain in the butt. There's some heat. Hopefully that'll do it. Yep, there we go. She's breaking free. All right. There she is, the problem child. You can see, I'll get you in there. There it is. I gotta get a hold of that. And the way I'm gonna do it is a 7mm 1/4" drive on a swivel. Should be able to get right down in there. All right, I lied. It's an 8mm on a swivel. So 8mm or a 5/16 will work. Oh, I got it freed up from the back side there. There's half of it. There's the other half of it. Holy cow. So there it is, where it pivots. It eventually broke. All right, well, I could get this on there and try and fish this shift cable through it after, but I think that would be hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just thread this through the hole. Just gotta make sure that you don't bind it or anything. You don't want to put a kink in it, that would be bad. So I'm just gonna pull this all the way out here. And then I'm gonna slide this boot over. Make sure you put it on the right way. It'd be like that. And there's even a step before that. I want to get this in the right spot, because I don't want to have to undo this and try to put it on like that after. Get this in there. Should feed her on down. Fine. All right. So I'm gonna feed this into the transom. Like I said, you just want to be careful. You don't want to damage anything. You just want to feed it in there. If you see how I'm doing, I'm just feeding this in. I'll slide that little bellow in there. All right, well, because I have a welder, I just welded a socket on a socket. And that gave me enough clearance. And I'm turning this, but I'm also watching inside to make sure that as I tighten this, that cable's spinning. Because if it's not, then that means that I'm twisting the cable, and I'm just gonna do exactly the same thing that happened before. So looks like it's pretty well in. All right guys, so you want to pull this cable out and thread it with this end that fits through this little shift lever. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm sure some of you guys will. And you got to put this set screw on here. I'll cinch that down and put that little wire tie around here so it doesn't move later. But then we got to shove this through the whole length of this cable sleeve. My mistakes, my first time doing it, and I didn't look at any of the appropriate documents. So anyways, that's all the way in there. Now with this out, I'm gonna have a few things in here. I'm gonna have this little it's kind of like a nut in there on both ends, but there's a ton of metal in there. I can get all that out. Alright, so basically what you want is you want to be able to see that shift cable go through there, and then it comes with 2 little set screws to put on here. Alright, well, we're back the next day. Basically this still needs to be adjusted. I'm in reverse right now, which pulls this little mechanism in, and it should be in a lot further than that. So I gotta go make an adjustment on the top and pull this in until we're in a little bit better of a place. So I'll show you what I'm doing. Just taking the little nut off, lifting this out, and I'm spinning this in. So I'll set this in there, see where I'm aligned, and I'll see where I'm aligned, and then I might have to adjust it some more. All right, so basically that's in line now. I think it's good enough in line with this in here, and that's with the drive in forward. So if I put the out drive in forward, it should all slide right in. So I guess I'm gonna clean off this gasket real quick. I'm sure you guys are not here to watch how I scrape this gasket off, so I'll get this done behind the scenes and then get that lower unit over here. I just scraped off the gasket and then I was putting this back on. But anyways, I got that on. Next thing, I'm just gonna slide the this long bolt, this long rod through here, put the bushings all on, and then at least it's supported by the rams, and then we can slide the lower unit up into here while making sure that everything is in forward gear. Real quick, I also wanted to show you that all these bellows are on. I didn't use any adhesive for them. I flexed them way up. They didn't pull out. So I'm gonna say that the corrosion is enough to hold those on. There it is. She's still floating.
We have a way to get home.
Yeah, we can get home. And we don't have to walk 3 miles. Worse than what? No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
This is no. Well, it can't be that much water in it if it's still floating.
Yeah. And I just willingly got into it.
Oh shoot! Should probably pull this up. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of water in there. I guess I'll have to figure that out. Get running and turn on the bilge. A lot of bubbles coming out of not the prop, so I think my exhaust bellows popped off. Yeah, it's kind of like in and out, so it could be the air screw that I was messing with. So we're going straight back to the dock because I think we've got a dirty carburetor or something. I can't give her any more gas or it'll fall on its face. So we'll just cruise back. She's putting on a good face. Alright guys, well she made it back. Started really getting sluggish there towards the end. I couldn't even get it off idle. I think it's a fuel issue. There's also the issue where it was getting a little warm. Probably hard to see in here, but there's right there some cracks on the tube or the hose to deliver the water to the engine. Other than that, I mean, the floors are really solid. Seats are pretty half decent for a free boat. Few small things to iron out, but I think it's gonna be a runner for the 4th of July. But thanks for watching. I'm gonna get going on this, start doing some of the fiberglass for inside the hull. But I'm gonna go pick up some more projects and we'll see you on the next video.